at how this failure to provide basic services actually disenfranchises women and children. Shenilla Mohamed of Amnesty International has written a thought piece article talking about that issue, that we find that women come out to vote, yet when it comes to water and sanitation, most are disenfranchised in the country. She joins us now. Thank you, ma'am, for your patience with us this evening. So women still fare much worse than men when it comes to access to water and sanitation. In my very simple mind, that doesn't make sense. How?
Good evening, Judizile, and good evening to your viewers. Well, yes, I mean, when it comes to poor service delivery, women really are the ones who fare the worst because, for example, if there's no water, if there's a water scarcity or there's a mismanagement of water, it's really up to the women to find where the water comes from and to make sure that the families get the water that they need. But also, it's also about, not just about the women, but it's really about women who come from poor areas. And again, when it comes to issues like poor health care, it's again women who really are at the receiving end of this. There are women who die in childbirth. There are women who are not given. I mean, South Africa's got one of the highest rates of cervical cancer, and that can be easily avoided because, with proper screening. There's a lot that women have to deal with, in an environment where service delivery is not prioritized. And I think that is one of the issues that we keep on forgetting, that, women are really more disadvantaged when it comes to poor service delivery.
Here's where I get even more confused, right? So according to registered voters by demographics, looking at age and gender for this local government election, of the 26.2 million registered South African voters, over half of those were women, 55.17%. Help.
Well, I mean, it's not that women are not exercising their right to vote, and I mean, I think that it's great that the women are coming out and voting, and again, I feel like the problem that we're facing in South Africa is that service delivery is seen as a privilege and not a right. And, actually, service delivery is a right that everyone should have. And, women and the poor turnout, actually, Judizile, at these elections also shows how unhappy people are. And, in many of these communities, women are the breadwinners. If you look at, the Free State or, in places where, women are forced to take the sort of become heads of households and take on that responsibility. I mean, they are being forced to deal with issues like that are all about post service delivery. So I'm not surprised that women have come out to vote, but it doesn't take away from the fact that women are more disadvantaged when it comes to post service delivery.
The Forgotten of South Africa, perhaps just quickly talk us through the Dignity Now campaign that has been launched by Amnesty International.
Yes, Judizile. I mean, for us, what we're trying to do this time around, Judizile, is really change the narrative, and say that, yes, the state and whoever comes into power comes into office during these elections, they are the ultimate duty bearer. They have the responsibility to ensure that people get the services that they need. But we are also saying, with this campaign to the people of South Africa, that actually the power lies in your hands. You can reclaim your dignity. You don't have to live in a place where you open your front door and the sewerage is outside your door. Children do not have to die in pit latrines. Women do not have to die in childbirth and, or suffer from maternal health complications. So really the power is in your hands. And what we're saying to South Africans is reclaim your dignity, reclaim your power, and really hold these officials to account. It shouldn't just be an electioneering stunt where they talk about service delivery and then tomorrow, the day after, once the results are announced, everything goes back to normal. And I think, with this election, the fact that, their coalition government, coalition governments are being forced to come together, it really is, I think, a strong message that South Africans have given. They have lost faith in the system. There is not one party that they have entire faith in. And I think that this is a great opportunity for South Africans. They've already sent a strong message that they won't tolerate service delivery failure anymore. And with this campaign, what we're saying is, take back your dignity, take back your power, and send a strong message.
Thank you very much. I think also it's quite important that we embark on campaigns that can actually capacitate people as to how, they can actually demand better from their politicians. When you've been beaten for so long, you cower. So when you haven't been given services for so long, you also get tired. Thank you. Executive Director at Amnesty International South Africa, Shenilla Mohamed.